The soldier secretly collected ammunition from the bodies of the dead, but he only left behind grenades and hand grenades, not touching any of the other equipment at all. After the soldier had collected all the ammunition on the battlefield, he didn't take it back to the camp. Instead, he dragged the ammunition to the front line of the war because he was going to set up a huge trap to buy time for the arrival of the reinforcements. First, the soldier pulled out the fuses of all the grenades, tied them all to the bodies of the enemies, and used hemp ropes to connect the grenades to each other to block the enemy's attack. Then the soldier dragged all the grenades without fuses into the trench, placed them one by one separately on the sandbags. But just as the soldier was still arranging the ammunition, a large number of enemies were already coming towards him, but the soldier wasn't flustered at all. He continued to place the grenades on the sandbags because he knew the enemies would soon enter the mined area he had set up. Sure enough, a loud explosion was like a row of toppling dominoes. There were successive violent explosions. Large numbers of enemies fell on the battlefield, but they didn't stop advancing, and the grenades in the mined area couldn't wipe out all the enemies either. Seeing that the enemy troops were about to reach him, the soldier picked up the prepared grenades and threw them out, changing positions while throwing, making it difficult for the enemies to hit him. Just like this, he faced the attack of hundreds of enemies alone, finally wiped out more than 280 enemies, while remaining unharmed himself. And this isn't a myth made up out of thin air. At the beginning, there were 3 people in total who were ordered to hold position 3, but under the fierce artillery fire of the enemy troops, one soldier was seriously injured, and the squad leader unfortunately sacrificed heroically, leaving only Hu Xiaodao to hold position 3 alone. Just like this, he held his ground until dusk. Even the enemy troops knew clearly how many people were actually still in this camp, until the reinforcements arrived and the casualty statistics were carried out. Then they realized Hu Xiaodao had repelled the enemy's attacks 41 times all by himself, wiped out 283 enemies.